And for the Warriors, they've got Thompson. Kevin Durant is out there with Green. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Thurman in at the 5. And Richard, with us in the middle of the season, how important is rest for a player?
Well, your rest is based off of your performance. If your team is playing well, you're able to get more rest. If you struggle, then you're going to have to push it a little bit harder. But I think players should always get ready for an 82-game season.
Now here's Rose. There's a screen from the wing. Good work there as it goes.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Thompson outside. Outside, Green from deep. Another 3 for Golden State.
Green's floor stretching ability, one of the things that makes this offense so dynamic.
James, a screen on Durant. Back to James. And stolen by Green. Here's Durant, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Anthony.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
You look at Durant's game and you instantly see all the hours of hard work that went into shaping it. He's so polished in every area. His skills are so sharp.
On the wing, Anthony. Three-pointer. Here's Chamberlain. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Boston shooting their initial free throws of the game here. The first free throw is good. You know, Richard, the Warriors have the 3rd most championships after the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, and 2 of those came as the Philadelphia Warriors, though, including the first NBA championship back in '47. And then they had the one with Rick Barry in '75. But most people know about their rings from the last decade or so in this dynasty.
Here's Houston, a key piece to their offense, putting up 12 points a game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
For Austin, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. They set the pick. To the wing on the left. Releases. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Houston's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside, Green. Back to Curry from deep 3-point land. Austin grabs a miss.
They were blown out by this squad last time. Could not stop the bench from scoring. That was the difference.
Here's Rose, and he jams it home with authority.
Oh, some explosive stuff from Rose right at the rim, showing these young boys how ferocious he can still be.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. And again, no good by Golden State. Austin has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Here's the pick. Anthony, the pass to Chamberlain. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Durant. What a tremendous game he played against the Lakers. 6 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot, and the shot goes down.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Curry surveys. Offline with a 3.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Rose outside. Pass to Chamberlain. The shot's good. Chamberlain's got 5.
And passes like this demonstrate Rose's unselfish attitude, which is why his teammates enjoy playing with him.
Thompson outside. Off target with the 3. On offense, here's Austin. They're on a 14-5 run. There's a screen. And he dunks it down.
And the level of creativity that Rose has, I mean, just showing it all off in the pick and roll.
Here's Curry. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Pass to Durant. Here's Thurman. 5 on the clock. And here's Curry for 3. The 3 from Thompson. Back to Curry. The 3-ball. Knocks down the long chase. 6 points for him.
His shooting motion is just so impeccable. Curry's long ball is one of the prettiest shots in the game.
And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Warriors, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
You know, for Austin, they made it clear from the jump they were coming for the #1 seed, and they've got to feel good knowing it's theirs now. It gives them the best chance to come away with the championship.
So it's the Warriors now, following the bucket by Austin. Durant against James, out to the right wing. Mullen, pass to Durant. Here's Thurman. And that one is hammered home!
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. On offense, here's Austin. They're on a 17-7 run. Rose finds James. It's tipped. Chamberlain. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Chamberlain's got 7 points in the game.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
How prolific a scorer is KD? He and LeBron are the only players ever to score 40 against every team.
That is both incredible and not surprising when you think about it. The ease in which KD puts up huge scoring numbers is nothing like anything we've seen.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Austin foul call.
Love is checked in for the Warriors. Klay Thompson comes in for Stephen Curry.
Substitution for your Warriors.
1:24 left to play in the first quarter. Johnson for 3. Chamberlain pulls it in.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. Kevin Durant talked about the key to his longevity. And he said just being enthusiastic about the game every day and wanting to get better, that forces you to get in the gym. What you do the most is what you're going to be best at. And if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's how I look at it. Back to you guys.
The love for the game. Allie, appreciate the report. The deep 3 from Durant. And again, no good by Golden State.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Now, here is James. A guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
No hesitation from the swing man. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
James with the ball, guarded by Durant. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Smith with a screen on Durant. James passes to Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
And here is Thompson. Puts up a deep 3. And he can't get that one. And so it's Austin up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Austin?
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
On the court for Austin, Kristaps Porzingis out there with Smith. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Carmelo Anthony. And it's Wall in at the 1. Now here's Love. No points yet. Pass to Mullen. The kick out to Johnson. Beyond the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, Johnson will take advantage of a look from 3 every time.
Smith passes to Wall. Picked by Smith. Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. Over to the wing. And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Mullen. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Wall. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Here's Van Exel, following the bucket by Austin. Back to Love. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. And one move we're seeing more frequently these days, Richard, the self-alley-oop.
T-Mac might have been the first to do it back in the 02 All-Star game, but now you see it a few times this season, but it is still a major highlight every time.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. For 3, Anthony. Connects from downtown. Anthony's got 6 here in the quarter.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
Here's Thompson. Clay busting it up inside.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
Austin leading by 7. Anthony outside. Pass to Porzingis. Warriors with the rebound.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
They get it again. Here's Mullen. From down in the low post, it goes. Now just a 5-point Austin lead.
He gets inside right when he sees the opening. Gotta attack when you have that chance.
Anthony misses.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Mullen pass to Thompson. Porzingis grabs the board.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
3.
Anthony's got 11 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Mullen. Last game for him, he picked up 13. And here's Thompson for 3. Counted from distance. Thompson's got his second bucket on the night.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Durant, he's checked in for Love. And it's Stephen Curry in for Johnson. Then for Austin, LeBron, he's checked in for Porzingis. And Rose is subbed in for Wall.
Oh, gritty defense, protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Mullen. Smith with the rebound.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
James against Thompson. Out to the wing. Here's Houston. And once again, off the mark by Austin. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. It's a 5-point game coming into this, having notched a win against the Lakers in their last game.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
They took the air out of the crowd again and again with big shots. They never let the fans become a factor.
Durant for 3. Austin grabs a miss. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Johnson, he's checked in for Thompson. Now here's Curry. He has 6. Pass to Durant. Fires from deep. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Durant's got 11 points.
Nice start for him beyond the arc. He's already hit 3 triples, and I'm pretty sure there's more to come.
Here's James. Here's Houston, coming off a 22-point game against Memphis.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And here's Curry for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Austin leading by 4. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
You know, it's great to see Rose out there. After all those injuries, Derek still has a passion for the game.
Austin shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Porzingis has checked in for Anthony. And so Rose knocks them both down.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Outside Johnson. Durant for 3. KD, what else would you expect?
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
And I like seeing Green go up for that flush, showing how powerful he can be.
Now Rose. He's got 10. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Now here's Curry. They trail by 3. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Johnson gets an opening, no question he's looking to power it down.
Here's James. Deflects the pass. Here's Houston. 5 points in the game. Porzingis passes to Houston. Now here's Rose. 4 on the clock. Austin needs to get off a shot here. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Substitution on the court.
The Warriors shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. And he's going for the lob. James with the ball. Green picks him up. Double team on James. Pass to Houston. Back to James. It's hauled in by Thurman. The Warriors trailing. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Curry passes to Durant. Easy money for KD inside.
No, he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Here's Houston. The shot's good on the assist by James. Houston's got 8 points. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
A big-time effort for Carmelo Anthony, providing a lot of energy for Austin. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention.
Well, they've been the more physical team, and we've seen that on the glass as well as all the other areas, guys.
Yeah, this team is built to rebound. We thought that might be an advantage coming in. Changing gears a little now, guys, what do you make of the All-Star voting results so far?
Everyone we're talking about right now is just...
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And James has got the ball here for the Longhorns. They've led by as many as 11. Thompson out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Green. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Thurman in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Curry with it. Outside Durant. Launches a 3. Anthony grabs the board. Austin has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Houston passes to Rose. James, a screen on Green. Rose with it. Now Thompson defending. James. And it's James with the jam.
Roll back that clock. LeBron, the king, still reigns.
Outside Durant. Back to Curry from the arc. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Houston, the steal. James against Green. And there's the lob. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. It's stolen by Green. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Durant. This one for 3. And that basket makes him 6 for 11. Shooting a good percentage.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something that everyone knows or should know. When Durant turns it on, there is no slowing him down. That's how lethal of a scorer he is in NBA history.
The Warriors have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Anthony outside for 3. And once again, off the mark by Austin.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go. Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Now here's Anthony. 11 points in the game. Pass to Rose. Clock at 6. They set the pick. James passes to Chamberlain. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Thompson outside. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. And that one's good.
Perfect form with the textbook release. Watching Clay shoot is a thing of beauty.
Here's James. Pass to Chamberlain. Oh, it's blocked by Green. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green. It's stolen. Thompson left side. Outside Curry. He shoots it. And he hits the jumper for 2. Curry's got 11. Time called here. Austin decides to talk it over. As always, things getting interesting in the West. A look at the standings. You look at the Longhorns, they've been outstanding thus far, claiming the top spot in their conference. And checking out the Warriors, they're sitting with the 3rd seed.
Well, I think for the Warriors, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the bucket by Austin. He shoots. And there's Durant. That one's good. On the assist from Curry. Durant's got 21 points in the game. There's the screen. Here's James. Here's Chamberlain. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far at the line. And the free throw, no good. The Warriors have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the 3rd. And that one's good. Thurman, 6 points for him.
Those are some hustle points. Really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Rose, the pass to Anthony. Shoots over Durant. Anthony misses. The Warriors lead by 3. On the wing, Thompson. On the wing, Durant. Jacks up with 3. Here's Thurman. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Anthony outside. To the middle. It's intercepted. Durant, pass to Green. Green gets up and powers it down.
Impressive dime from KD. You look at his assist numbers over his career, and they are elite for his position.
On the wing, Anthony, guarded by Durant. Wing shot on the way, and he hits the jump shot. Anthony's got 13.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Curry. 11 points in the game.
I just love the ball movement.
Austin has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Three-pointer, Anthony. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Break gives us a chance to look back on the last month and see which teams racked up the most points in transition.
This team has been playing at a fast pace offensively, and it's worked out for them during this last month.
Here's Mullen, taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Durant for 3. Porzingis grabs the board.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
A minute 50 left in the third quarter for the tie. Porzingis punishing inside.
Nice shot, Porzingis with the length and the touch.
The Warriors have gotten 7 of 14 attempts to fall in the half. Thompson outside. Pass to Thurman. Here's Mullen. Outside Durant. Takes a 3. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
He's just lighting them up in this game. The D's going to have to extend a little bit more, or he's going to keep knocking them down from deep.
Now here's Wall. He's scoreless. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
The ideal pick man. Porzingis has a giant frame and can roll to the hoop or pop it out and hit a J in this action.
Thurman. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Houston can't hit. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. 3-point lead. Durant with a screen on Wall. Curry's shot is off.
Registering 3 threes in the first half, he hasn't hit one since.
Picked by Smith. Houston passes to Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. On the wing, Durant. Back to Curry from behind the arc. They get the rebound. Outside Durant. Thurman controls the rebound and the putback. And the Warriors lead by 3.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Here's Houston. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Warriors. He's now hit 6 threes in this game. Knows he has the green light to fire away. We'll be right back. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Austin, James is out there with Smith. Then there's John Wall. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Houston in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Green. Pass to Durant. And here's Johnson. Here's Mullen. 4-3. Porzingis grabs the board.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Here's James on the wing. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
That's his only turnover on the night. His ball security has been terrific.
The Warriors lead by 3. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Outside Durant. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray. Durant's got 11 points here in the second half.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
James can't get it to go. Golden State has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
Time. Called here. Austin decides to... talk it over. Austin making a switch here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message the Longhorns coach was giving to his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's Durant following the bucket by Austin. Outside Johnson to the right side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mullen. Houston with a rebound.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Tipped. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Substitution for your Warriors. Number 42, Nate Thurman.
Here's Durant. Inside. Here's Rose. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Johnson.
Oh, once Rose feels like he has to step on the defense, he's ready for a liftoff. What a slam.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? The Warriors lead by 4. Outside Johnson. Back to Durant. And here's Green from the arc. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Rose. And the powerful one-handed slam.
I mean, how many times have you seen that? Derrick Rose driving, scoring, exerting his will on the game.
Anthony against Johnson. Here's Durant. Deflected. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Rose. No good that time. Nice D from Durant. Green for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Pass to Anthony. Fires the 3. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Johnson. LeBron, he's checked in for Austin. Now here's Curry. Outside Durant. To the inside. Thurman. Got a piece of it. James against Durant. Puts up a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. The 3 from Thompson. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Anthony, the pass to Rose. James, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Chamberlain. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Kevin Durant. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
But in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
Here's what Austin's going with right now. Porzingis has checked in for LeBron. Markkanen comes in for Anthony. And it's John Wall in for Rose. Now here's Markkanen. Porzingis with a screen on Green. Here's Porzingis. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Outside Green. Now Durant from 17 feet out. Oh, the shot is off. Now here's Wall. Not a lot of room. Oh, no good on the layup.
Aggressive move. I know he wishes he had that one back.
Outside Durant. Green. Misses the 3. Austin has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. The 3 ball is down.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Austin.
Josh Smith, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Derrick Rose.
Durant looking around. And that's in.
Big-time players make big-time shots. Durant, he lives for these opportunities.
And Rose has got the ball here for Austin. James. LeBron James with the flush.
How many times have we seen LeBron hit a huge bucket in his career? I don't know. I've lost count, but that was beautiful to watch.
Durant inside. He's guarded by Anthony. Yes, sir. It's good.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
Stolen. Green.
The game of green, it's about testing the defense, finding their weak spots.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker.
Draymond Green.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Austin has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Now here's Anthony, guarded closely. Now Smith. Ooh, he leaves no question.
Feed the interior, good things will happen.
Here's Curry. 1:04 left in the fourth. Here's Durant. Rebounded by Smith. Curry against Anthony. Curry with a steal. Outside Thompson. Durant fires. And the three misses.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Thompson with a steal. Here's Durant. Shot clock at 6. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Time called here. Austin decides to talk it over. James, left side. Count it!
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
So we see Austin getting the win here. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And time now for our player of the game.